Namaste sabaijanalai. Can you hear me? Thank you for this opportunity to share some of my experiences, learnings, and more about Nepal Rising. Sarvapratham, I am very proud to be standing with all of you. I'm very proud to be standing with Nepal. I very much bow to the passion and determination that we all see here for our beloved Nepal. April 25th, 2015, my wife Pratibha and I got several text messages at 4:30 in the morning. My sister was sending these messages, and when I looked at them, one of it said, "Dharara is no more." When I saw the message saying earthquake, it didn't shake me as much as when I saw Dharara is no more. And then both of us were very, very worried. We tried reaching our parents for 4 hours, like many of us. We were unable to get in touch with anyone back home. The phone lines weren't working. The internet wasn't working in places. Electricity was not there. And eventually, we got to speak with our families. And then when we looked at the net, the number I still remember was 650 people, no more. And every hour that began to increase. Every day, 1,000, 2,000. You know, the horror only increased over several passing days. So many people, so many children, our heritage. On the second day, April 26th, on April 25th, it was very hard for Pratibha and I to make sense of this in any way, and we were unable to even think anymore. And I'm sure that was true for many of us. On the second day, we sat back and we began thinking with several other friends, what could we do? And at that point, there was a lot of energy, passion. People were trying to come from all over the place to do something. There was a lot of fundraising efforts happening. It was very clear that immediate relief was extremely important for Nepal. So we said to ourselves, "Aba हामीले के गर्ने? Where is it that we can really contribute at these very trying times?" So we said to ourselves, "Ahile, there's so much passion, energy. People want to do something. But what after 6 months? What can we do today by building on what we have so that 6 months later, 6 years later, we still have this momentum going in one way or the other?" This is where we thought of 3 things. In whatever we do, it's very important that there be this very important message of we are going to rise out of this adversity stronger and united. That this moment will pass, and when it passes, we will have new buildings, we'll have stronger homes. We will come together as stronger Nepalis. We realized it was important to underscore that message of hope and responsibility. Second, we also realized that, after all our global supporters, friends might have left, who are going to remain in Nepal? Our local communities. The people that are in these affected regions who've lost family, and our Nepal government. Nepal government and local communities are going to remain after all of this. So it's important for us to think of a way of strengthening them, empowering them, so that this becomes a long-lasting campaign. And finally, we said to ourselves, that it has to be local first, but it should not just stop with relief. We need to go all the way from relief to rebuilding to resilience. Very soon, in collaboration with multiple cities, with Dallas playing a very important role, Nepal Rising was born. Nepal Rising is a global campaign which is administered in the United States by Nepalko Yuva, which is a 501c3 organization, Daitwa in Nepal, which is registered as an NGO, several cities, several youth organizations. It's a global campaign. So what are we doing? And I'm sure Arati will add to this. What are we doing so far? Hamirle, we are looking at three things. First, grassroots. We have been supporting various relief efforts in Kathmandu Valley, in Gorkha, in Nuwakot, Sindhupalchok, several districts. Our focus is on rural Nepal. So a lot of grassroots activities, and we're looking to pick a village in Gorkha and focus on it. Secondly, we are collaborating with Nepal government. So far, we've sent 55 volunteers to 14 affected districts to work with the CDO, Chief District Officer, the offices there. As you know, we don't have local governments in Nepal. So the CDO offices are running the local relief activities. So we've sent volunteers. And lastly, we've been working on mobilizing the global community. So currently we have Austin, Dallas, DC, Denver, Chicago, North Carolina, San Francisco. I hope I didn't forget any city. So we have all these 8 different cities involved. They are like ourselves, raising funds, sending support to Nepal. And we have 4 universities, Grinnell, Bucknell, Swarthmore, and Harvard, who are engaged in this effort. In closing, I wanted to leave with a thought. You know, Hamiru, we are outside here. We are a global community, and sometimes we think that global community has resource such as knowledge, network, monetary support, and then there is local need back home. So global resource le local need meet garnu parcha is our thinking. When we think in this manner, we're thinking about helping Nepal, which is great. But really, it's important to think about not increasing the already existing dependency in the local communities in Nepal. There's already so much of dependency on donor agencies, on government, on everyone else but themselves. And Dr. Rahim, you talked about some of this. It's very important to think about empowering our local communities. It's important for us to think about how local communities have their own resource. They have the agency, they have local leaders, they have the waters, they have various things. So it's important for us to think about how global resource and local resource could come together in creating the new Nepal. This way we are supporting Nepal and not just helping. So I'll leave you with that thought of how we can work together to really supporting our local communities and our Nepal government for a more resilient, stronger, united nation. Thank you very much.